Welcome to another episode of Where Does the Time Go? Hi, I'm Sandy, also known as VS Demonstrators on Split Coast Stampers. Today we're going to create a background where we've got this part flat and then this part is actually embossed. And I've used my Big Shot for this. So let's get started. First thing you're going to need is your Big Shot. You're going to need a texture plate. You're going to need your silicone rubber and all the other fun stuff, and your base plate here, your multi-purpose platform. You're also going to need, out of chipboard, the piece cut out that you want to be the flat part on your card. Now I had just cheap thicker cardstock. It was just the stuff that came with my templates. So I cut out 4 of these and I just double-sided taped them together because you need it to be thick enough that when you put the texture plate through it, that it's going to grab the texture instead of the cardstock in behind it. You don't want any kind of an imprint. And I found that I needed 4 pieces in order to do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my multi-purpose platform onto my Big Shot with all of them closed. I'm going to put the texture plate that I want with the texture face side up. I'm going to put the chipboard on to my texture plate. I'm going to place the cardstock. Now you'll notice I have not trimmed this down. I left it as a half sheet so that I can trim it afterwards, just in case things move, which tends to happen when you've got it this thick. Then your flimsy piece goes here, and then the hard one goes on top. Now you're going to find that this is very, very difficult to push through because you've got so much stuff in there, and it might end up sliding, which is why I have such a thick or such a big piece of cardstock. And then when I pull that back through, I have my cardstock that is now embossed. So, and I can use either side. I like the side where it puffs out versus the side that puffs in, but it depends on what kind of effect you're looking for. Now I really wanted my design to stand out. I could have left it white, which is really, really pretty and really, really elegant as well, but I really wanted it to stand out. So I'm going to take a sponge dauber and just tap it in a corner. I'm going to tap a little bit off so it's not too harsh onto some blank paper, and I'm just going to sponge around the edges. And now, like I said before, I've got this really, really extra long, so I'm not too concerned about going right to the outer edge of this onto my cardstock, but just to make sure I've got exactly as much as I need it to be, I probably will go a little bit further than I normally would. And I can try and be careful and just catch the top edges just to darken up the raised part, but I like the fact that the elegant eggplant is showing through in behind on the original card I made, so I'm going to do that again for this one. Okay, and as I'm going, you can see it just showing up darker wherever it's raised. And I'm just going to go around and I'm going to finish that up. I'm going to cut it out, trim it to whatever size I want my cardstock to be exactly. And then I'm going to stamp a saying on the inside of it and finish up my card. And when I'm done, I'll have my finished product. I've just jazzed it up with a few little eyelets and kept it nice and simple. And on the inside, I've just thrown in a couple little butterflies, also an elegant eggplant, just to give somewhere for it to be written on. And that's it. After you've made a few of these, then you'll know where the time has gone.